Hello, hello, and welcome to Monster Hunter Wilds, a game in which you hunt monsters in the wild. Wild. Ugh. Uh, anyways, in this video, I'll give you some general tips, mainly for quality of life. It's things that the game doesn't teach you, I guess. Nothing really combat related, but there will be some. You could argue they're combat related. But yeah, just general stuff that some of you might not know um, that could help you out. So, for example, I've seen people, and I agree, complain that the farm is too slow. But you might misunderstand how it actually works. Basically, the game works on two clocks. One clock is just, if you look right here, you see how it says 60 minutes? So one in-game day cycle, if you do not rest in the tent, is gonna take one actual real-life hour. But do not worry. Why is this important? Because the garden, the provision sale, the guy that's here and brings you stuff, and the meal opportunities, and also the monsters you are looking for, right? They are all tied to the clock. You don't actually have to wait, let's say, 25 hours for this to reset. I'm gonna show you the most important thing. So you see this guy? He has your garden, right? This is your garden. In order to show it to you, basically every in-game day, he gives you 2 progression, I guess, and the max is 16. Unfortunately, there is no option to skip ahead 8 days. So you would have to rest 8 times if you wanted max. But I saw some people say, I do my hunts and by the time this shit is full, I'm already out of materials, right? So what you do is this. So it's at 0, everything. So I go here. I do rest. I like daytime, so I'm just gonna do daytime. It's evening, right? Doesn't really matter. Okay, I skip it to daytime. Now it should be 2 everything. Like everything should be at 2. Let's have a look. Yeah, by the way, if you ask me, there should be an option, either make it so that every time you hunt, it progresses by like 4, right? Or you should have the option to just rest 8 times. So for example, now is material retrieval. See, I have 2 of everything. This I didn't show you, but this would also have changed what they are offering. And I didn't get the sale this time. But let's say, for example, this guy, right? I want him back. I don't know how many times I have to rest. I didn't test it. But my monsters also all have changed. And as an example, let's say you want a new Udra fight. And you don't have new Udra investigation saved up. What you do is you go to Oilwell Basin, and I'll show it to you. And you set it to, I think it's called Inclemency. That's how the Inclemency makes the what is it called? The apex of the region spawn. But for now, I'll rest. So this is the second rest. And let's see if the... I think it's called shipment. If the shipment guy has arrived. I think this is like the most important tip in terms of main gameplay. Because if you're actually using flash pods and traps and trank bombs, this is how you don't run out, basically. It's super annoying. He still didn't spawn. Let's do it for a third time. This costs guild points, by the way. Or what is it called? Guild points? Yeah, guild points. Which I wanna like hammer this home. I don't agree with this game design. I'm just giving you the tool, basically, or the knowledge on how to make this work, right? And also, of course, if you don't mind modding, I think there's a mod where it's like Resting doesn't cost guild points. Okay, see? So I rested 3 times, and now there's a sale going on here, and the homie is back, Santiago. So now, commission ticket, I want that because I'm currently crafting every single set and every single weapon. So this is what I want. Sure, I'll take 2 of these. I take 2 of these. I'm good. Alright. Next, I'll show you the... If you are looking for the Apex Predator, right? Let's say you want to farm tempered Nu Udra. It's not guaranteed that he'll be tempered, right? But let's say you want tempered Nu Udra, and you're like, damn, I've been doing like 5 hunts. It took me like 40 minutes. He still hasn't spawned. What am I doing wrong? You're doing nothing wrong. It's just, this is how they designed the game for some reason. It's like a weird mix between live service and single player. It's very weird. So you go here, you rest, you change it to inclemency. This basically is the sand tide, the flame. I forgot what it's called, but the sand tide, the flame thingy, the Jindahat frost stuff, the Nu Udra forest downpour. Okay, so you send it, you set it to inclemency, and then hopefully a Nu Udra should have spawned, and maybe he's even tempered. There you go. The Apex Predator has spawned. I have a Nu Udra. Unfortunately, not tempered, but this is how you fish for it, right? Next up, specifically in Oilwell Basin and Ice Shard Cliffs. First, since I'm already here, I'll show it to you. Whenever you start a hunt here, if you go from the base camp, you run out here, right? And what am I doing? There you go. You see this? The chill mantle bug? It gave me the cold drink. I tested it once when I did a quest, and it ran out just when I finished the quest, and the quest took me like 9 minutes and 57 seconds or something. So it seems like this buff lasts 10 minutes. You don't have to worry though, because you know how when you fight the enemy at a certain HP threshold, it goes to the next area? They put these bugs at those areas. So let's say you go out, there's the chill mantle bug, right? I don't know, you fight here, and then it leaves. There's another chill mantle bug. Or let's say you fight here, and then he runs all the way here. There's another chill mantle bug. I don't know, he goes in here, there's another chill mantle bug, right? The quest itself, they give you in the sacred pouch, you will get a hot or cold drink. But if you don't want to bother with taking a sip, if you don't want to do that, you can just, at the beginning, when the quest starts, you just walk like 4 meters, right? You take out your grappling hook, and you grab one of those bugs. Let me show it to you for the ice region as well. So we have like everything in the video. Alright. So you go here. And now I have a hot drink effect. In case you run out, like you lose your maximum stamina and you don't want to eat a ration, what you can do, these are a bit more spread out though. You see these wiggly lichis? It even says it, increases stamina and halves its depletion rate. Basically, just imagine that my stamina is at half. I think it gives you 25% more. So if you have absolutely no food buffs at all, you would need 2 wiggly lichis to get to max stamina. Next up, I like the desert region, so I'm going to the desert region. Small quality of life thing. Some people will care about this, some people will not care about this at all. If you want to see how a set looks, or a single piece, what you can do is you go to Gemma. You go to armor, right? If I... These are the single pieces, right? I'm playing on controller, the preview button. If I press this, it will show how it looks, right? And you might want to do like, okay, now I can see the whole set. However, what you can do is you go to this right here, just to the utmost left. You press preview, it puts on the whole set. Unfortunately, you cannot craft all. Unfortunately, you can't go to the left, press confirm, and then it crafts all. It's just for, okay, how does it look? Alright? But, hey, some people will love this. There's also, for me, it's the right trigger. You can sort it by rarity, defense, resistance. Let's say equipment skills. I'm looking, I really, really, really want some peak performance. Okay, these sets, sorry, not sets. Everything that's glowing gives you peak performance. So for example, Ufduna, the helmet doesn't give it to me. The body doesn't give it to me, but we can see these three things are glowing and they all give you peak performance. Okay. Next up, wishlist feature. What this does, it puts it so you can craft it from here. And every time you get one of those items, on the right of your screen, it will say, oh, you got it. And once you have all the necessary items, it will show you like really big, like you're ready to craft this. And if you have, let's say, multiple items, you need 10 of these in total, right? But it's like 3 for this, 3 for this, 3 for this. Once you have like all the materials, it will say, yo, you're good to go. Was there anything else for Gemma? Let me think. Oh yeah, talismans. Talismans, you can actually level them. These, let's call these the smaller ones, right? Like the blight resistance, the earplug. Those ones, you can level them to the max. Basically, the skill will be maxed. Which at end game, when you're making your builds, this will give you a lot of wiggle room for your gem slots. Whereas something like, let's say Wax, weakness exploit, I think you can still level it twice, but the max is 3 points. Like you can't get 5 levels of weakness exploit just from the talisman, right? But some people don't actually know this. You can level charms. So once you've crafted them, here's the upgrade list. You can level them. Excuse me. For the Artian weapons, Artian weapons, if you want a raw weapon, okay, you need to mix and match 3 different things. If you want, let's say you want a fire weapon, you have to do fire, fire, and fire 3 times. When it comes to crit, so affinity, the first one will give you 10%. The second one will give you 5%. And the last one will also give you 5%. So, if you're doing a crit build, you will get so much crit from other sources, right? You can get weakness exploit gives you, I think it's like 40% at max level. Let me actually check. I don't want to give you wrong information. Where is weakness exploit? www. 30% increased affinity when you hit the weak spots, and then if you just put one affinity in, you have 10%, which is makes it 40%, and then there's the other crit skill, which is where is it? It's expert, right? Was it expert? I'm blind, I apologize. Yeah, critical eye, which gives you another 20%. So I recommend, this is completely up to you, but I recommend only going for one affinity because the 10% is more than enough. Next up, your hotbar. If you wanna be, I'm just gonna call it efficient, all right? I'm not talking about min-max, this and that, just efficiency. Armor Charm, Power Charm, you get them from side quests. Put them in your bar. You don't use these, you just have them in your bar, and you give Power Charm gives you attack, Armor Charm gives you defense. Then one build Shock Trap, one build Pitfall Trap, 2 trap tools, and then some nets and Thunderbug Capacitator. 1 is enough. I just have 10 because I think it looks better. So when you put down the trap, you can just craft another one. Flashbugs, but also build flash pods. I don't bother with dunk pods. You usually only need 1, maybe 2, right? So, but this is basically how you do it. You have the actual build item and then the materials. So for example, you can see I have 10 honey, I have 10 already mega potions, and I have 10 normal potions that I don't use. I craft them to mega potions. I said this in another video. Your radial menu in this game, you don't have to set anything to craft. If you have, you can, of course, right? But if you want, you can just have the mega potion as consume. And then when you're out of them, if you try to quick drink your mega potion, it will craft it, and then you just press the button again and you will drink it. Next up, in the tent, you can press a button, as you can see at the bottom, to play with your Palico. I don't know why he's not doing it. 1 second. Let me go back in. I think this is very nice. You press R2. And then, there you go. And then you get like different animations. It's very cute. Another thing with the Palico is, you know when you create your character and you have to decide what voice you want to give your Palico? Fortunately, you can change your mind. If you go to your normal settings and then go to audio settings, and right here, feline language. In my opinion, feline language makes the game 50% better. Unfortunately, we don't have the cooks anymore. We don't have the Meowster chef, and we don't have Grand Meowster. But feline language, sometimes it just makes you smile. Like when you, for example, travel with the winged drake and you just hear your cat go meow. It's very cute. Okay. What else? Off the top of my head, I didn't make any notes, so I went over the bar, I went over the quick wheel, I went over the bugs, I explained some stuff, I told you how to make your farm faster. Is there anything I missed? Oh, yeah. I also saw people say they don't know what food buffs do, but the game tells you. Like if you go here and you put the ingredient, like at the bottom, it says Defender Meal. Sometimes decreases damage taken. Defender Meal High. Often decreases damage taken. Black Belt. Greatly reduces stamina depletion when performing stamina draining moves such as evading, etc. Am I missing something? Or, like, do I misunderstand what the people are trying to say? Because it tells you. Like, Tumbler Meal is literally just evade extender. Like, you get more iframes. That's it. I know the wording is often bad, like some skills, for example, not burst, what's it called? Latent power, I think. I often confuse it, but there's a skill where after 2 minutes, you get like insane stat boosts. Like your crit and damage gets boosted by a lot. And it lasts, I think, a minute or 90 seconds, and then it has a cooldown of 60 seconds, right? Like the game doesn't tell you the actual numbers. So the wording could, of course, be better. But just in case you're wondering, like at the bottom it tells you what the food buff does. Excuse me, I apologize. Is that it? Did I miss something? Oh yeah, a tip for lobbies and stuff. I see also a lot of people saying they don't understand how to make multiplayer work. Uh, First off, which is a lot of problems that I had, your multiplayer settings, right? This is very stupid, but right now I have it set to 1, right? And it says this number will vary depending on the max number of link numbers. Okay. Um, Make sure that this, if you already know how many people you're gonna play with, right? Just set it to that number. And if you want to set it to 4, just set it to a manual accept, right? But what you do is they made it very annoying, I understand that. If you have a friend in game, you go to members list and then you go to Hunter Friends, right? And then you can click here and invite to link party. And then once they're in the link party, whatever quest you post, it will be here. Of course, it's not gonna show it right now, but it will be here. This is the best way I have found to make multiplayer with friends, I'm talking with friends, work properly. You just go here. Make sure that your setting is not at 1. This caused some issues for me sometimes. Like I couldn't join my friend because I had it set to 1 since he's already in the quest, so the game is like you can't join because you have it set to 1. So just set this number to however big your party is going to be. If you're worried that someone else will join, set it to manual accept because your link members can automatically join. And invite them to a link party. If you want to run around with them, what you have to do is once you're in a link party, there will be here will be like a setting where it says join, like what is it called? Send invite to environment link, something like that. And then you can actually run around in the open. Well, it's not really an open world, but in the instances. Okay, I think that's it. I don't know if I missed something, if I forgot to mention something. But the video is 20 minutes long. That is already long. But yeah. Yeah, those are some general tips that can increase quality of life. Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm sorry. Is that it? Is there anything else that like might seem obvious to me, but people don't notice? Oh, if you are going for achievements, be careful. I got baited by this. Every region has I think it's two unique things, right? So you see this Windward Succulent? There is I think it's called Great Windward Succulent, right? If you're going for those, let's say you reset the environment, right? And you open this map and you see, oh, it's gonna happen at nighttime. Do not rest again in the tent and set it to nighttime. It will completely reset the area, so it might be gone. Okay? So let's say you're just dicking around and you see that it's at nighttime. Right now, that would mean it's gonna happen in 10 minutes or like 12 minutes. You can decide if you want to wait or not. Otherwise, you have to constantly reset. If you're going for the fishing achievement, I did it in Silver Pine Forest, Area 17, Great Lake Shore. Set it to daytime so you can see the fish pretty well. And use the, I think it's called Great Tuft. I think it's called Great Tuft. Where's my... Okay, let me take out my fishing rod. So you just jump down here. And then... Oh, I didn't have it... I didn't... Oh my god, bro. I hate making videos. Don't have it set to fellow. Oh my god. Okay, I apologize. If you're going for the achievements, if you want to 100% the game, or if you specifically want to go for the fishing achievement, this is what you do. You come over here, you go in the tent, you go here, you rest, you set it to plenty, you set it to daytime, confirm. You use the great tough bait, because there's like, every time I reset, I got 4 whoopers, and you need 30 for the fishing achievement. Also, small spoiler, the last fish, you don't need it for the achievement, but the last fish you can get, it's a squid, and you can in fact get him here at nighttime. Another fishing spoiler, if you're going for the Grand SQ Night, where I found him, plenty nighttime in this cave right here. There's like a waterfall, but you can just run in. So area 8, that's a big gajao. So what you do is you do this. You go to tough joint bed. That's the best bait I found. Then you do this a little bit. And then this is a normal fish, but I'm gonna show you the minigame ones. Basically, you go with the first... Oh my god, I hate this fishing. Once it bites, you reel it in once. Okay? Wherever it goes, you go... Oh, I got a small fish. Wherever it goes, you go with it. If it jumps, the game phrases this really bad. You go in the direction of the jump and you reel it in. You press the reel in button. If you just go with the direction, nothing will happen. You will actually, like, your line might break. Okay? Then you wait. He chomps it. Now you wait. Okay, he's going to the right. So we go to the right. Then you go to the left. This is annoying when they go against an obstacle. You have to force it to the other direction, but sometimes it just breaks your shit. When they get tired, if you're on controller, you have to like... Oh my days. I can't believe I actually fucked that up. It is what it is. Look, this isn't a fishing video. I promise I have the achievement. Once the camera zooms in, you have to like... You basically have to do this. It's very annoying. This fishing minigame, it sucks. Alright, that's everything off the top of my head. Yeah, I'll talk to you in the next Hunts Explained video. I'm sorry that this is 30 minutes long. Screamer pots, by the way, you don't craft them. You just shoot these birds, right? Like these birds in the desert. They just give you free screamer pots. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope some of this was helpful to anyone. Take care, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.